Biography of Alfred Marshall, 1842–1924. Alfred Marshall, 1842–1924, was a British economist whose ideas and writings were pivotal in shaping modern economic theory. He was one of the key figures in the development of microeconomics and economics as a discipline. His major contributions include introducing important concepts as elasticity, consumer surplus, producer cost surplus, and the theory of supply and demand. Marshall's work laid the foundation format of the economic thinking that will evolve throughout the 20 years country, influencing both academic economists and policymakers alike. Highly left and education. Alfred Marshall was born on December 24, 1842 in London, England. His family has strong intellectual background, and Marshall showed an early interest in learning. Attended John Cambridge, where he initially studied mathematics. Although mathematics was his first love, he eventually became more interested in economics, particularly in understanding of market and Scottish function. This shift in his academic focus would lay the groundwork for his long and influential career in economics. Marshall's time at Cambridge helped shape his intellectual development. He studied under notable scholars, but his was exposure to the emerging field of economics that piqued his interest at Cambridge. Marshall was introduced to the classical economics of Adam Smith, David Ricardo, and John Stuart Mill. However, he realized that classical economics, brilliant in many respects, did not fully address the complexities of modern market economies, particularly concerning market behaviors, individual decision making, and the distribution of wealth. After graduation, Marshall spent some time teaching of various institutions, including the University of Bristol and the University of London. In 1885, he was appointed the professor of political economy at the University of Cambridge, where he spent the remainder of his academic career. As a professor, Marshall had a profound impact on the economic world as was widely respected for his teaching and scholarly work.
Contribution to economic theory. Marshall's most significant contribution to economics was his work on the theory of economics. He developed much of the foundational framework that would be built upon by later economics. His initial book, Principles of Economics, was published in 1890, was a groundbreaking work that integrated classical economic ideas with his own original theory. Principles of Economics was regarded as the most complex and influential economic textbook of its time and was also decades in economic course worldwide. Supply and demand. Marshall worked on the theory of supply and demand as one of his most important contributions. He formalized the analysis of supply and demand curves, showing how prices are determined by the interaction between consumers, demand for goods and services, and products' willingness to supply them. Marshall introduced the idea of market equilibrium, where the quantity demanded by consumers equals the quantity supplied by products at a given price. Thus, concept became one of the central themes of microeconomics. Marshall also emphasized that market equilibrium could be disturbed by external factors, such as government intervention, technological advance, or change in consumer preferences. He saw the effect of supply and demand as constantly interacting, and while market towards equilibrium, they were also in state of constant flux. Elasticity, one of Marshall's groundbreaking contributions to economics, was the concept of elasticity, was measuring how responsive the demand for a good is to change in its price. Marshall's formulation of elasticity enabled economy to better understand the dynamics of price sensitivity in markets. For example, if the price of a product increases, consumers might buy less of it. If the demand is elastic, automating continue to produce it in the same quantity as demand is inelastic. This concept remains a cornerstone of economics theory.
Surplus and provisional surplus. Marshall also introduced the methods of consumer surplus and provisional surplus, both of which are critical in understanding the integration of market transaction. Consumer surplus refers to the difference between the which consumers are willing to pay for a good and with which the actual paid. It represents the benefit or incentive that consumers gain from purchasing a good at a lower price than they were willing to pay. Provision surplus on the other hand refers to the difference between the which provision purchase for a good and the minimum which they won't be willing to purchase the good. These two concepts help economists analyze how much benefit different parties differ from participating in the market. Welfare economics. Marshall's contribution were not limited to the technicalities of market function. He was also concerned with the broader implication of economics theory for social welfare. He viewed economics as a tool for improving human well-being. In his later works, Marshall argued that economics policies should aim to improve the condition of society by addressing issues such as poverty, income inequality, and access to resources. His interest in welfare economics emphasized the importance of considering the social impact of economic decisions. The Cambridge School and his influence on economics. Marshall's intellectual legacy was not confined to his own writings. He was the leader of the Cambridge School of Economics, a group of economists who were held influential in shaping economics built in the 20th century. The Cambridge School emphasized a more empirical and analytic approach to economics, focusing on market behavior, individual choice, and the dynamics of supply and demand. Marshall had a profound influence on his students, many of whom became leading economists in their own right. Most notably, he mentored John Maynard Keynes, who would go on to become of the most influential economists of the 20th century. Keynes worked in macroeconomics, particularly in development of Keynesian economics, built upon many of Marx's ideas. Keynes, however, focused more on the broader aggregate aspect of the economics, especially during times of economic instability, which contrasted with Marshall's focus on microeconomics. Marshall's social views and philosophy. Marshall was not just an academic economist, he was deeply concerned with social issues. He believed that economics should not merely be a theoretical exercise but should serve as a tool for improving society. He advocated for policies that could address inequality and improve the living conditions of ordinary people. Marshall believed that government had a role to play in regulating markets to ensure that the benefits of economic activity were shared more evenly among all members of society. He was a proponent of social effort, and his ideas on economics and welfare were informed by his deep concern for human well-being. He argued that markets should be understood not just in terms of efficiency and equilibrium, but also in terms of their effect on social welfare, economic needs, and the distribution of wealth.
Legacy and influence. Marshall's death on July 13, 1924 marked the end of an era in economic thought. However, his contributions continue to influence economics for many decades. His work remained a core part of economics education for the latter part of the 20th century, with principles of economics being used as key textbooks in university courses worldwide. Marshall's emphasis on microeconomics, his development of the concept of elasticity, and his contributions to the understanding of consumer and producer cycles remain central to economic theory today. His work on welfare economics helped shape later discourse about the role of government in managing economic issues such as poverty and inequality. Marshall's impact on economics is not limited to this academic writing. He played a central role in the development of the Cambridge School, which became one of the most influential schools of economics thought. His students, including Keynes, carried forward his legacy and shaped the direction of economics in the 20th century. In summary, Alfred Marshall's contributions to economic theory, especially his work on supply and demand, elasticity, and welfare economics, made him one of the most important economists of his time.